Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Polio Jr. And in today's video, I actually just wanted to do a quick review of the GreenTech Environmental pureAir 50 Ionic Air Purifier. This thing is absolutely fantastic. It's actually really inexpensive and covers a square footage of up to 325 square feet. So the biggest thing is when you are actually looking for some sort of air purifier, you want to make sure that it's an actual, this one says ion generator, but you want to make sure that that it is an ionic air purifier. And all that really means is that it uses this really powerful air cleaning technology that doesn't require a physical filter to produce clean and fresh air. So anything when this is plugged in, that's it. That's really all you have to do. Now you see right here, I do have a couple Q-tips and some rubbing alcohol, and I will get into that because this is extremely low maintenance, big time. So this is obviously the actual purifier that comes in this box. And you'll see on the front that it gets rid of basically the smells from bathrooms, kitchens, pet areas. It's obviously very easily transported. So if you go to a hotel room, kind of has a funky smell in it. Once you plug this bad boy in there, I guarantee you within a half hour that hotel room is going to smell so fresh. Now I purchased this because when I moved, the house still smelled like dogs, to be honest. So it still had this lingering dog scent, and this is how easy this thing is. It's fantastic. So it's plugged in. I'm not sure if you can really hear it. It's not super loud whatsoever. And now it has this little adjustment on here. It's this little knob. So the higher you turn that up, basically the more oxygen that's coming out, and the better the ionization process will work. And basically what that does is it drops all of the bacteria that's in the air, including those smells and odors, even if it was cigarette smoke, anything like that. It says it covers up to 325 feet, but this thing does my entire first floor, which is well over 325 feet. It's minimum, I want to say, like almost 600 square feet, and it doesn't use up a lot of energy either. So this was a really, really, really good buy. So, and this is literally all you do is just plug it in, and that's it. You adjust the knob for how much oxidation or the level of oxygen that is actually being put out, and you can see it right there. So right now, when I'm standing next to it, it smells the best word I can use is it just smells clean. It smells clean and clear. So after I plugged this in at the house that I moved into, the person definitely had a decent. they had to have had a couple of animals here, because even with all the windows open and so forth, it would not clear out. So I looked this up online, and it had a lot of good reviews and so forth. And I plugged this in. I left for a little bit. I came back, and the whole first floor just smelled, like I said, clean and clear. And it's really inexpensive, and it gets rid of virtually any kind of odor that's in the air. And it's just like walking into this clean ecosystem. So even on the side of the actual box, it says cigarette smoke, airborne allergens, offensive odors, bacteria and viruses, mold and mildew. I highly recommend this product, especially if you have animals. No question. So if you have because sometimes you may not even tell, but if someone walks into your house and they're like, "Oh man, like your house smells like dog," or "Your house smells like cat litter, man. Like what the hell's going on?" I guarantee you that if you purchased this pureAir, the GreenTech pureAir Purifier, which I think it's only like $50, it's really nothing. I've actually had this since April of this year, so I've had it for quite some time, and it still does a fantastic job of just clearing out all of the airborne allergens and any kind of odor. So the second that you step into my house, you can smell this purifier, and it doesn't use a lot of electricity whatsoever. And I just have it all the way up, so I mean it's great even if you just want to plug it into a single room. But this little guy does the entire first floor of my house for only 50 bucks, and it's not just a regular air purifier. Where you have to keep replacing the filters and so forth, and I can't really, like, I've seen other purifiers that were bigger than this one and still not do even remotely close to what this GreenTech Ionic Air Purifier does. Now they do have different, like this is the pureAir 50, and they do have ones that are higher than this that are supposed to cover more square footage, but just to at least test it out, this one's the way to go. Like I said, when I walk in, you can still tell that the house smells completely clean and clear. It just has this like really fresh smell to it. And obviously, it's working when you plug it in and the green light is on. And there's only two things that you need to do with it as far as maintenance goes, over, every couple months, or just even whenever you remember. So, I mean, I would say like 4 months went by and I didn't even touch it, and it's running all the time. And then I was like, oh crap, I have to do this to it, which wasn't even an inconvenience. Now you see on the back here, and all of this is enclosed. You can't mess with anything. You literally just plug it in. And like I said before, this is really cool when you bring it to, to a hotel room and you want the hotel room to smell fresh. So you get whatever the people that were in there before, or just that weird hotel smell, out of the atmosphere. So what it does, the ion generator just brings all those particles that are in the air and basically just puts them on the floor, essentially. And then you just feel like you're just breathing better. It's definitely, the GreenTech is a highly sought after brand. So now as far as maintenance goes, you have this fan on the back, which you can barely hear. I don't even recognize it anymore. Yeah. So you see this fan on the back, and they actually recommend that you don't use an air can and spray it out, that you actually just use a vacuum. Because when you spray it with an air can, it's actually going to spray all inside of the device. When you just want to get like a decent powered vacuum and just suck as much of any particles that you can out of it. So like I said, you don't have to switch. There's no air filter to replace whatsoever. And now you see on the front where it's actually pumping out the oxygen. This is the second part, which is extremely easy. And I've actually done it plugged in as well, where you would just get a rubbing alcohol is what they recommend. It's not even, I actually just did it before I started the video. And you would just, this is it. You would cover this. You would cover the Q-tip in alcohol and just get in there as far as you can, and then maybe like turn it a little bit and then pull out. And then you might see some, residual soot or something like that on it. But it's typically pretty clean. When I just did it before the video, there wasn't really a lot of stuff on there. So it does a great job. But that's all the maintenance that's needed, is just getting a vacuum and putting it to the fan on the back, and then actually cleaning out the output nozzle of where the oxygen is actually coming out. So this was definitely a a unique review, and I just thought, man, like I've had this for, since April, May, June, July, August, September, October, 7, almost 8 months now, and it still does a fantastic job for my entire floor. And if I really wanted to, and like I said, when I first moved in, it smelled like dog. The whole house smelled like dog. And with the windows open for a week, still smelled like dog. Like I said, I put this in the first, as soon as I got it, went out to work, came back, and everything just smelled fresh. It just smelled fresh and clean and clear. So that's my that's my review. Definitely a satisfied customer for the GreenTech pureAir 50 plug-in ion generator. If you, for whatever reason, are looking up a decent air purifier, definitely get one that has. I recommend this one highly because it's inexpensive and does a lot more than 325 square feet. So it's a good. This is a good place to start. As once you get when you do get an air filter, you can see how well it really runs. So instead of spending $200 on something that covers a little bit more square footage, you get this one. It says 325 square feet, but it definitely does well over that. And any smells that are there's absolutely no smell. It just smells clean when you walk into the house. Not like a Lysol clean, but it's just like a clear. It's just this really clear, like authentic smell. That's the only way I could put it. It's the only way I can really put it in the words. So definitely check out the pureAir 50 plug-in ion generator by GreenTech. I'll put a link in the description. And like I said, if you have pets, if you have somebody that smokes in the house for whatever reason, plug this bad boy in, and I guarantee you, it will it will no longer smell that way ever again, as long as this guy is plugged into an outlet. So yeah, that's really it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and check out the link in the description. Also, make sure you check out pauliojr.net. That's pauliojr.net, and enjoy a very clean, clear, crisp, authentic smell in your house or whatever room you decide to put it in, or if you decide to travel and you want to put it in your hotel room, it's going to smell really, really nice. So, all right, that's all I got. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later.